Hey sports fans, welcome to Bald Head Island, North Carolina, a car-free island where you walk, run, bike, or ride a golf cart to get around. Over the next week, we'll hang out at one of the country's most pristine beaches, run to save the turtles, kayak in the marsh, hopefully avoiding gators. These might be gator prints over here, and howl at the moon. We are apparently howling now at the moon, and the dogs don't like it. Or they do like it, I don't know. The fun begins at the harbor in Southport, where we're waiting to board our ferry just as the storm comes in. I thought you said Bald Head was sunny. What is this?
We still got our land shark.
Could be worse.
Ferry is here. I got my puke meds. We'll be fine.
Ready to party. Lovely day for the beach. I feel like this is how the Titanic started. Fortunately, we did not go the way of the Titanic, and we made it across to Bald Head Island with relative ease. Apparently we are Tram 14. Ah! Is it wet in here?
Yeah.
Cool! Nice wet seats for the beach vacation. And we're here. There's an house. Is this the right house? Or are we gonna upset some strangers? Fear not, this was indeed the right house, so we started unpacking for the week ahead before heading out for a little walk around the neighborhood. Ose, How does it feel to be back here in Bald Head Island?
Well, it was a little bit of a chaotic arrival because of the thunderstorm.
Impending doom of those clouds.
I actually was wondering if the ferry was even gonna go.
I kind of think it wasn't going to. I'm a little surprised it did, but it wasn't too
No, not until the end.
A little bumpy on the end, but we survived. Back at the house, Melanie gets a little knitting lesson from her sister.
So, compare whose is better. This beautiful bracelet or this, kind of lame blanket.
Something that can provide you with warmth or a strain.
That's taken a year to do.
Good morning, sports fans. Our first full day here on Bald Head begins right now. Gonna go get some coffee and we'll see where the day takes us. I do know I have to get a run in and, it's an island, so there's a big old beach, so we'll probably go end up there.
First steps outside and it is really humid. It's such a small island that I've already run past my father-in-law who's cycling around the island. But I'm actually hoping that I run into Melanie because she left a little bit before me and I'm going in the same direction that she said I should check out. So I'm hoping that kind of means she went that way.
Hi.
Dios!
I didn't think that could be you. You running without a shirt.
Well, because it's hot and it's mostly shaded. I was just saying I hope I ran into you because you told me to go this way.
Enjoy it.
Love you. Okay, so this must be the true private path that feels a little bit more traily. That sign did say no trespassing private property. Hopefully the excuse of my wife's come here a bunch and said I should do it. Hopefully that excuse flies. Well, this is pretty cool. I like this. We gotta watch your step though. So Melanie said I could just keep running this trail till it dead ends, but I'm way past the point where, at least on the route I planned, that it said it would dead end. It's still quite lovely. So I don't know, just keep going. Alright, I'm gonna guess that this behind me is the dead end that Melanie was talking about. Gone a little bit over 3 kilometers. Feeling good, but it is humid as all get out. I am absolutely drenched in sweat. So I'm gonna start heading back. We'll see how I feel, if I wanna keep going to 10 kilometers, a little over an hour or what. But I do know that I need to jump into the water because this shall not stand. I continued from whence I came until I ran into some reckless drivers who didn't give me the right of way.
Hi.
Pedestrians have the right of way.
We came looking for you.
Well, I have good news and bad news.
You're very sweaty.
Should I give the ML a big hug?
Yeah!
Okay, fine. How about you guys? Well, nobody wants to hug their Uncle Joe? Come on. Come on. Ainsley loves me.
Not anything personal, it's just that.
Well, this is very exciting. As I was running, Melanie and our nieces came looking for me. So now I have a support vehicle for the last 26 some minutes of my run. This is my support vehicle.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going? Tell us about your run.
Well, let's see. It's been pretty runnable so far.
Yeah.
A little bit of vert, not too gnarly. Eventually, they had enough of my shenanigans and dropped me while I finished the rest of my run. Alrighty. Nice and easy 10K. Now let's head to the beach. Alrighty, beach time. VML's in the water. Whoop, whoop. After a relaxing early afternoon, we are now going on a little mini adventure to Aldi and to get some groceries for lunch and our dinner because we are the vegetarians and we must figure that out. So we've just learned from another informational sign that British troops actually first constructed a fort here and American forces attacked it in September 1776. And so they believe that this was the first, it says amphibious operation in American military history. I've always thought amphibians is to be like, frogs and stuff. I'm gonna guess that they meant like basically a battle at sea for the US. After that little history lesson, it was time for me to hop behind the wheel for the first time in, I don't know, like half a decade? So I drove for a whopping, 100 meters, if that. If that. And we found a very fascinating informational sign. As always. It's the remains of, was it Fort Holmes?
Yep.
Fort Holmes. Remains of Fort Holmes. And apparently Bald Head Island was very important to the Confederacy during the Civil War as a seaport, and it really seemed to last until right up to the end of the Civil War in January 1865. The Confederates abandoned and the Union took over, and we lived happily ever after. Nothing bad happened ever again.
That's another reason why Bald Head Island is an amazing place. It's filled with history and interesting things, from the Revolutionary War to the Civil War
to the next Civil War coming soon. All right, 10 and 2. Speed limit is 18. That's a very...
But there's no speedometer.
Glorious sweet potato we found. Carolina gold rice? I feel like we have to get that. We're in Carolina. Gotta have the rice. Alright, well that was a successful haul. Especially for these. Beer. I love what it says on this beer can. Americans obsessed with the monarchy are weird. Could not agree more. So one of the many things I'm not so great at is relaxing on vacation. Just spilled a bunch of beer on my shirt. I'm very bad at this apparently. So we just had dinner and we're going to head out to some kind of moonlight party thing. We know so very little about it. Howl at the Moon is a monthly tradition for each full moon, complete with a bonfire and apparently Celtic bagpipes. We are apparently howling now at the moon. And the dogs don't like it. Or they do like it, I don't know. Good morning, sports fans.
Up bright and early for a race that I never publicly shared. It's a very exciting one. I'm gonna change real quick because we gotta head out for a warm-up before running the race. And in case you can't handle the suspense any longer, I'm of course talking about the Turtle Trot 5K. All right, let's go.
All right, come on, garbage person. That's a quote from your father, so I don't feel bad saying it. All right, we getting at it? Locked and loaded for the Turtle Trot 5K. Ready?
Up commence.
All right, Oz, how about now you explain what the Turtle Trot 5K is?
The Turtle Trot 5K is a 5K on Bald Head Island that is run every Wednesday. So tell me you're on vacation without telling me you're on vacation. A race on a Wednesday morning that's run every week. But it raises money for the sea turtles. Because Bald Head Island has a conservation organization, society, that is nationally recognized for its sea turtle program. And this race, all the race fees go to the sea turtles.
There you go. So we're doing it for the turtles. Pelicans coming out as race support, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd say. We're making things up.
Yeah, do the turtle trot.
Yeah. All right, we are wrapping up our 3K warm-up. We're gonna get our bibs and line up for the Turtle Trot. Looking like there might actually be some athletic competition here. Also on vacation at the exact same time. Swell. Excited?
Yep.
Ready to go?
Ready to
For the
crush
turtles,
it.
can you just remind me how much this entrance fee costs?
50 US dollars.
But,
Goes to the turtles.
there you go.
Line up on the far side. Nobody dropping. Right now, ready, set, go!
Ground support, first kilometer down, 3:45. A lot faster than I probably should be running. All right, second kilometer done, 4:05 that time. Coming back down to reality. Gonna go ahead and guess that that's the winner. Film it! All right, just hit 3 kilometers. No idea what my pace was, but I'm dying. I just hit 4K. Last one. Sure, finding the hills on this flat island.
My time of 21 minutes 13 seconds was enough to grab me 4th place, and Melanie nabbed 4th among the women.
Do it! Dig deep! Dial in! Alright, Oz, what's your Turtle Trot 2025 review?
Well, I'm happy with my time. 2.5 minute improvement from 2021. But damn, it was humid. I'm just dripping.
Soggy.
Yeah, soggy. But it's a fun course. It's really fun to see a bunch of other runners all come together to save the turtles. And we saw the family all along the course, so you really can't beat that.
We spent the rest of the day whiling around until heading out for some live music, which turned out to be a kind of congregation of khakis and polos.
It's a whole lot of host personality.
Wildly outside of my element, but you can do worse than these views.
All right, well, another good morning from Bald Head Island. There's the from PHI, indeed. It is a slow, pretty lazy morning because we're recovering from the
Turtle
Trot 5K yesterday. So we're just kind of walking around this morning. It is wildly humid, probably the most humid day we've had so far. And later we're going to do some kayaking. Probably the worst day for it, but we've already paid. All right, lead the way there, Rockstar.
Here we go. I know you always say that when you're on camera. Well, it's my catchphrase.
It's your catchphrase? Can I put it on a shirt?
Here we go.
We are moving a bit slow on this bike ride because Melanie's bike sounds like it wants to die. Oh yeah, that's awful. So we're having a hard time finding where the kayak rental actually is. It was not at the first location, though the instructions basically dictated that that's where they were. So now we're cycling around asking people, where do we get our kayak? Report?
Well, she said
Drive around
maybe
more.
where it says kayaks there.
And now we're stopped again. Melanie's asking somebody who works at the competitor of this company that we did book with. They have an idea, and I could see pointing around like over there, and of course Melanie, oh yeah, we've been there, and yeah. So we're getting about 10 minutes past our time that we're supposed to start, so we'll see what happens. Nothing? Now, in our saga for our kayak, we're back where we started at this other original drop-off to see if somebody showed up late and that this was originally the right spot. And here she comes, probably with similar news.
Conservancy.
And have no idea?
And I have no idea.
So when I brought this camera, I thought I'd basically only use it for the kayaking, but it seems to be getting much more bike action because we are back on the bike. Now we're gonna try to go to the shop and just ask, what gives? We'll see if we get an angry Melanie or a calm, cool, and collected Melanie going in. So how do we feel about that?
I'm pissed. We were there was nobody there.
Yeah, so the recap, short and sweet, is that we were told to go back to where we were and that somebody should have been there. There wasn't, but they're saying somebody is there. So we'll go back and see what happens. How confident are you this time that we'll actually get in the kayak?
I'm more confident. I hope those... I'm sure they're just like two dumb 16-year-old boys who were... instead of being up on top where some person could see them.
So I guess I'm putting the explicit warning on this video. Alright, well, success. We're gonna kayak. About a half hour later than we thought we would. And a little toast here for it.
They owe us Gatorade.
We've launched our kayak. We figured it out. We're on the water. There was a little bit of a hiccup in that they tried to call my German number and, you know, my phone's not working here. So...
And you don't have your phone here.
And I don't have my phone with me, even if it was an American number. So, all is well that ends well. We're out on the water. It's very nice. We just need to lather up in some more sunscreen because I am super pale and the sun is very strong.
All right, we have found this offshoot here, which looks like an immediate dead
I need
end.
a cul-de-sac dead end.
With this weird thing in the middle. Oh, are those oysters? Miz, you're gonna hit that? You can't even... Yeah, they're oysters. Sorry, guys! They're alive, you know.
Why are they squirting?
I don't know.
Are they excited
Cool.
to see us?
Miz, I'm hoping There you go. Like, that seems like a perfect place for a little alligator to take a nap.
Except, there is no gator there. There's no gator anywhere. And if there were, I might shat my underwear. Oops. Oops.
Can you do that on purpose?
Do what on purpose?
Run us into the grass?
No.
Liz?
What?
Tim!
What?
Stop.
What am I doing?
You're being Tim.
Oh no, I didn't see!
Look, now that grass is broken.
I didn't poke it. Oh, that never gets old. Alright, well I am not Luke with the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, but I think, or we think, these might be gator prints over here.
Wow, it's so soft and gucky.
It's also very shallow here, and we've just run ashore again, and it's not as easy as you think to kind of push out because your paddle sinks right into the ground. This Godzilla water bottle is keeping our water nice and cold. So, I don't know about all these other outdoor brands, but I highly recommend the Godzilla bottle. It's good stuff. Alright, sports fans, we just came out of our little adventure route. And although we have this for 2.5 hours, that feels like a little long to be baking in the sun. Especially since I think if we were to keep paddling, it would just be more of the same. So, we bid farewell to Old Baldy behind us, and we're gonna paddle up to the dock and find us, hopefully, some food and beer. Cycling away. Yeah. That's the B-roll tactics right there. Yep. Ooh. Ooh. Beers. Good beers. What do you want? The Belgian? Weeping. That does sound good. Wait, did you grab my beer? No, I'll dump it in the belly. Grab my beer, like a dummy. Very important.
After pizza and beers, we head home and shower up to keep the eats coming with a delicious vegetarian dinner before heading out to the wildlife overlook for sunset.
I knew that would be your face.
So we're at the wildlife overlook, and it's about 27 minutes or so until sunset. And we're looking over this pond with lots of beautiful trees, and in the trees are a bunch of snowy egrets from the island that have, I guess, come home to roost.
Unfortunately, no gators so far. I would like there to be a gator.
There was a turtle.
We did see a turtle. That was exciting.
Yellow belly sliders.
Sliders?
Sliders.
Sliders.
I think it's what the sign said. We should double check, fact check that.
Smart.
We may not have spotted any gators, but we got some quality time with the family. And I'm being told that's what's most important. So long, bald head, and onward to the next adventure.